Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be trying brand new makeup. I have purchased quite a bit lately, and I've also gotten a few things in PR. So I have a whole Sephora bag full of some high-end goodies that I wanted to do a fun try on with you guys and let you know how everything is, so you can kind of get my first impressions on a bunch of products at once. And I usually will do like a makeup look with you guys, and then I wear the makeup for like 5 hours or so and let you guys know how the products held up. So I have lots of fun stuff to try, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing, I just want to go ahead and get my base down, so we're going to do primer. I do have a new one. This is actually from One Size Beauty, which is Patrick Starr's brand at Sephora. You guys know I talk about their powder all the time. It's one of my faves, but they also have a Secure the Blur makeup magnet primer. So I'm very excited to try this. I know when I was looking up ingredients, it looks like it's a very silicone based primer, so I figured I would try this on just half the face so I could try one side with primer and one side without to see what it does for the skin. I'll go ahead and try it on this side of my face, which is my right side, probably your guys' left. So yeah, right away I do get that silicone feel, but it's not a greasy feel. Like, I don't like when silicone stuff feels kind of slippery. This one feels more of like a hydrating silicone primer, which I like a lot better than those greasy ones. So right away, I don't really notice a ton of blurring, but I do see that this side has a little bit more of a glow than this side. So I think that's kind of what it did, just kind of made it a little more glowy, so that does sometimes appear as more blurred. So let's go ahead and do a foundation next. I've had so many new foundations to try out, but I thought for this video we would go ahead and try out the new Morphe one because I've been getting some questions about it. So I ordered mine off of Ulta. I believe this is in stores as well. Don't know if this color is going to work for me because this is very yellow, but this is like all they had available online. All the other shades were like sold out, so I got Filter Light 2. This is actually made in Italy, which is kind of cool. A little bit about this foundation: it says it has hyaluronic acid to boost moisture levels. It's supposed to have pore blurring pigments and also a natural buildable coverage, long wear, sweat proof, and transfer proof. So very excited to test this. Okay, so I'm going to do about 2 pumps of product, and we will put this all over the face. Yeah, the color is just very yellow, but I think we can definitely make it work. It seems to be blending out nicely, and it feels good on the skin. It does have a nice coverage to it. So that is 2 full layers of the product. I would say that is a really nice medium coverage for this foundation. Finish wise, it does have a pretty natural finish to the skin. It's not overly glowy and it's not too matte. So it seems pretty average so far. Curious to see how this is gonna look with all the rest of my makeup on, but we are actually gonna skip on over to the eyes next. And I got my Kaleidos package finally in the mail. This came a long ways. I did buy this. It is Kaleidos and Angelica Nyqvist collab, and I was not expecting it to come in this beautiful box. It kind of looks like the PR box. I feel like literally everyone is on Kaleidos PR except me, which is fine. I don't mind buying stuff, and I love to support Angie. I even got this fun little card that says Club Nebula Invitation, which is so cute. And then we have the palette inside here. I am beyond excited to finally try their eyeshadow formula. This just looks so beautiful. This is a more colorful palette, so if you guys aren't into colorful looks, you may not like this, but I love my neutrals, but I also love to experiment with color a bit. But how beautiful is this? Such nice packaging. And then these are the shades. I'm really excited for all of these blue tones in here. On the back it says the Club Nebula palette is a collection of my favorite shades for my favorite people. That is so cute. So right away, I'm really drawn to this Astro Teal and also this purpley pink here. It's going to be hard to choose what I want to do for a look. Even this Firefly Green is so gorgeous, but I don't want to go like too crazy. I want to keep it wearable. So I'm just going to put a little bit of eye primer on. I'm just going to use my Alter Ego one. Now, I know this palette, I think it sold out twice now. I know they restocked it, but I did hear that she's going to try and do another restock of it, but it is limited edition. But it seems like she is trying to keep like bringing it out so that people who do want to get it can get it. So I'm sorry you can't get this right now, but I just really wanted to test it out, and maybe if you guys have the palette, I can kind of give you a fun look that you guys could do as well. So I think I am going to go in with this 7 of 9 color, this teal, and I'm going to use this in the crease. It is a matte teal blue, just tapping off any excess I have. And I'm using a fluffy brush so that it gives it a more diffuse look, but I think I'm going to actually go in with something a bit more dense. I'm going to try this Alter Ego number 7 brush with that color. Yeah, that really builds up the pigment. Really pretty shade. Next, I'm going to go in with Vivid here, this dark blue. It's like a navy blue. And this will go in the outer corner. I actually don't think I have like any color like this in my entire collection. I'm really impressed with the pigmentation of these colors. They seem to build up very nicely, and they give full-on pigmentation right up front, which I really love with these type of palettes, just that you can get the full color without putting too much effort in. And this one seems to be really nice. I see why Angie loves the Kaleidos shadows so much, because they do seem to be really good. I'm going to use Gravity, this like, I call it like an alien green because that's what it reminds me of, and I'm going to take that on my lower lash line. And again, this color really shows up well. I feel like sometimes with these type of shades on the lower lash line, sometimes it could just look so light that you can't even tell what you did. But this one definitely shows up. Next, I did wet my brush, and I'm going to go in with Firefly, which is this light green. And I'm going to place this in the inner and middle portion of the eye. This one almost looks like it has a blue shift to it, and I don't know if that's just because I'm using blues today, so it kind of adapts to what color is also placed down. But I feel like this is going to be such a fun kind of shade shifter. The colors in here are so unique since it is like an indie brand. I love these like multi-chrome and duochrome shadows that you can't really find with most other high-end brands that are sold at like Sephora and Ulta. I've been into very like more unique eyeshadows lately. I also grabbed this Nova shade with my pinky, and this is like a purple duochrome, like so pretty. All right, so we're looking a little crazy now. I promise this is gonna look normal once we add like lashes and concealer and everything, but let's move on to the next step. So far, really impressed with this palette. I could see this being like a go-to colorful palette for me. Beautiful shades. Let me pull out a concealer. So this isn't a super new product, but it is new to me. It did come out last year from Tarte, and this is their Hydro Sealer Concealer, and I've always wanted to try this, and they did send it over to me pretty recently. So I'm very excited about this one because you know how the Shape Tape concealer is kind of drying. I feel like this one is a little bit opposite of Shape Tape, where it's probably more natural and more hydrating on the under eyes. It does say it has caffeine in it and also vitamin B. So let's go ahead and test this out. I have the shade Fair Beige 12B. So when I do concealer, I just like to do the inner and outer portion here. I'll place a little bit. That really lifts the eye. I learned this from TikTok. But if you guys go like in the middle, it drags your eye down. Or the whole face even. So that's what I've been doing. I do want to use this on my blemishes too, see how that works. I have a little bit of breakouts, but my skin is not too bad. So just in these little spots here. Yeah, I'm gonna do the bridge of my nose. I do prefer the Tarte Shape Tape though. I don't mind a little bit of a drying concealer. I do prefer more coverage over hydration personally. I'm just going to set everything here with my One Size blurring powder. Alright, so I am going to apply my eyebrows and my lashes off camera, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. The lighting, it's like golden hour, so all the light is like streaming in, and it's not looking great on camera here. Put my lashes on. I went for a more dramatic lash and finished up the brows, added bronzer. I did want to mention, I'm really not liking how this foundation is sitting on my skin after it's kind of sat for a bit. I don't like it. I can already tell. I don't think this is going to be a favorite. I feel like it's already wearing down on my face. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it seems a little bit weird. I might try adding just a bit more. I know I put powder on, but it is just not looking great for me. I feel like this is a very drying foundation, even though it has hyaluronic acid. I could see it kind of drying up around my nose. Since I do have combination oily, I do get a little bit dry in some spots. So I don't always like a super, super matte foundation, but I don't know, something about this foundation is just, it's not working with my skin. Alright, I turned down the brightness just a little bit to kind of deal with this light here. Let's move on to the blush. So I have a few new ones from Laura Mercier. I'm also going to use their cheek brush that they sent over. I'm trying to decide what blush I want to do. They came out with some new colors in their Color Infusion blush line. So I feel like one of the peach ones is, I could do a pink as well. I don't want to go too crazy. Let's do watermelon. These blushes are so nice. They're very pigmented and a really soft formula that blends out easily. I really like this color. The other ones that I've had in the past are just a little bit deep, and I feel like they finally came out with some more lighter tones, maybe for fair and light skin, which I'm super happy about because this color is so pretty. I'm getting some shimmer, which is different for them. Usually they don't have shimmer. I'm kind of confused actually. Yeah, it seems like this one has a sheen to it, which I don't hate it. It's pretty. Next, we're going to do some highlighter. So I have the new Ofra highlight. I'm so excited about this one. This one is the Milk and Cookies collab with Steph Toms. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. And it smells like cookies. It's very light though, so if you guys don't like scents, you might be able to use this one because it's so light. And you guys know me and scented things, I just love it. So I think this is going to be so beautiful. I love kind of this light gold mixed with the deeper gold. I feel like this is going to be so pretty for spring and summer. So I'm just going to mix the colors together and apply it to the cheekbones. I feel like this color works for pretty much most skin tones as well. I am going to apply this lip liner from Juvia's Place called Sweet Nothing, and then I'm going to go in with a newer gloss on the lips. And then I'm going to use this lip gloss, the Gloss Shot from Kaja. And you guys know I have been talking about these a lot on my channel, but I have not used this color yet. I'm a huge fan of this lip formula, but this is the color Milk Tea, which is so light, so I figured I would do a little bit of a darker lip liner with this one. But these glosses, they're so stunning, and the wand of it has this little curve to it, which hugs your lips perfectly. I think that lip color actually looks pretty good with the overall look. Now I am going to go ahead and set everything with setting spray. Let me take a look at the foundation again. Yeah, I don't know what is going on, but it just looks dry. So I'm going to set everything with this new Professional Super Setter Long Lasting Setting Spray from Benefit. It says it locks makeup, softens the look of pores, and feels weightless on the skin. So this is the completed makeup look. I'm gonna leave this on, and then I will give you guys my final thoughts and review of all the products at the end. Alright guys, I am back. It has been about 5 hours, and I wanted to give you an update on the makeup. I usually like to do this on my vlog camera at the end, so you can see how it looks in the most, I don't know, natural setting, natural lighting. So here's a close-up of the face. I feel like both sides of my face look pretty similar. This side actually might be a little bit more matte, and I actually didn't use the primer on this side, and this side I did. I guess the primer adds a little bit of a blurred effect from one size, but I don't know if it's my favorite. I'll have to try it with another foundation, but I do think it does look a little bit different over here. Definitely more glowy where I used the primer, more of that filter. Foundation wise, you know, I wasn't really feeling this foundation when I first applied it. Like within the first 30 minutes, it was looking real dry on the skin. So I can tell that this is definitely maybe better suited for oily skin, because I haven't touched up at all and my foundation definitely looks pretty good. Like, I don't really look oily whatsoever. I'm kind of shocked, honestly, but it's not the most forgiving on textured skin. So oftentimes with oily skin, it's often also textured, I feel like. So it's not the best combination. I feel like it works amazing if you want to have that matte finish, but you might have to use some different kind of primer. I don't think this one blurred enough for what I needed it to do, because yeah, I think it's great at keeping control of oil. Let's go over the eyeshadow. This one just looks so pretty. It has lasted all day for me. Such a pretty look. I really am liking this Nebula palette from Kaleidos, and I definitely want to try more from the brand. I definitely recommend it, and I would recommend any of their palettes if it is the same quality as this one. It's just so much fun. It was really easy to do this colorful look with. The Tarte Hydro Concealer, I don't think I like it. I know I'm so picky with concealers. I do prefer, I feel like I prefer a drier formula, to be honest. This one is not full coverage enough for me. You guys could see where my darkness is coming through. It is so hard for me to find a really good concealer, and this one, unfortunately, it's not for me, I have to say. And it's also breaking up on all of my pimples that I put it on. It's not even staying there, so I don't really like it. But if you guys only want a little bit of coverage and you like that more moisturizing feel, then maybe you would like that one, but it's a no for me. The Laura Mercier blush is a yes. I think it is so beautiful. I love that it gave a little bit of sheen. I feel like my face has just been so glowy in the cheek area all day. I think it looks beautiful. I was taking some photos and it just, it was stunning. That compared with the Ofra highlight, both of those together, they're beautiful, and the Ofra highlight is still going strong. I feel like I mentioned, this one works well for any skin tone. It could work for fair to even deep skin tones. It is so stunning. So I highly recommend the Milk and Cookies highlighter. You guys already know, Leah Janae for 20% off. Link is down below. But yeah, it's beautiful. Ofra makes my favorite highlighters, and they are the best, most beautiful highlighters on the skin. And then for lip gloss, mine has worn off just now, but it has stayed on pretty well throughout the day. Like I already mentioned, I love the Kaja glosses. I would recommend any of the shades. They're beautiful. Such a nice formula, so glossy and plump on the lips, and they actually leave the color on for a little bit. And that doesn't just wipe away right away. It stays on and keeps that color there for at least a few hours, I would say, before eating or anything like that. I think that covers mostly everything. I also wanted to mention this because maybe this is what is also keeping me so matte. It's very possible. I have heard that this is good for oily skin. It's the Benefit Professional Super Setter. That might have something to do with why we aren't getting any oil right now. So I'm very curious to see how that is going to mix. I'm going to try these again tomorrow, and I'll try them separately, and I will update you guys in the comments what I thought. And see which one I thought was actually the mattifier, if it was the spray or if it was the foundation. I'm gonna try this tomorrow with no setting spray, and I'll have to try the setting spray with another foundation. So I'm super curious to see about that. But I think that is everything I wanted to go over. We had some pretty good products in this try-on, and really only a couple products that weren't really my personal favorite. But I'm curious to see if you guys have tried any of these things and what you're thinking. Again, these are just my first impressions, but I do want to do a updates speed reviews video with my final thoughts on everything. But that's gonna be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.